Yeah, so how do you think this is going to be a really tough one for you to answer, I think? How do you feel your friends and family are with you being here?
I would imagine it's just become the norm now. Like it has for us. I speak to them regularly. My parents did come out for 3 weeks in January. And it's just become part of their lives, I would imagine. And until something happens back in the UK, or...
Well, I had my stepfather pass away last year, all of a sudden, which, for again, that people that don't know us, my mum and stepfather moved out of the place they'd been living in for a long time into their retirement home, and then just like that, my mum's suddenly on her own and she's in a big house. Now she's got to move again, and I've been trying to deal with things with her from abroad, which is...
But I think it's not until something like that happens that the distance, you realise the distance. It's easy to FaceTime people and talk to people every day, but it's not until something like that happens that it feels such a long way away.
Yeah.
And that's hard to deal with, isn't it? Because you feel guilt that you're not there for the people that are hurting. You feel guilt that you're not helping brothers and sisters and that out and take some of that burden on.
Yeah. I think the thing with life, though, is you just don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. And if you lived thinking about what's going to happen, it stops you doing what you might want to do in the day-to-day. So, yeah, something will always happen with family and friends that you're not prepared for. We'll deal with it as best we can when it happens, and until then, I guess you can't worry about it. You just got to live your life, live the life as best you can, because something could happen to us.
Yeah.
Don't know. You just never know.
What do you miss most about the UK other than friends and family?
Oh, I'd probably say going to see my football team, Watford. Me and Sammy used to go a couple of times, but they're not doing so well now, so that probably wouldn't have been the same anymore. But anything from the UK, we used to enjoy going to London, didn't we, every so often? But I think over time you do all the things that you'd wanted to have done and see the places you want to see, and then you want to experience some more things. And part of the reason for coming out here, I think, was to see more.
So nothing?
Not a great deal other than friends and family, I don't think, honestly. I suppose the things we remember growing up, but they're not necessarily the same now, are they?
No.
Christmas in particular.
But that's friends and family again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
But also, like, you know, Christmas carols and singing things at school and the school plays and all that. They don't necessarily do so much anymore in the UK anyway. I think a lot's changed in the UK. It's not the place we grew up in.
I think it's easy to look back through rose-tinted spectacles at things that you remember, and if you actually went back, it wouldn't be like that anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So those memories, it wouldn't be like that anymore.
No, for sure. So any other questions? Samuel, have you got any questions you'd like to ask us? No. Have you got any questions you'd like to ask me anymore?
What would you change, if anything, about being here?
Ooh. If I could change anything? Thing is, it's not things I can change without other things happening. Would I change anything? I think whether the type of property we rent, whether we maybe could have gone differently until we bought, maybe, to save some money. I don't know whether that was a feasible thing or not, because
Well, you sort of had our arm behind our back, didn't we, a little bit, in terms of the sort of place that we had to pick a certain location in order to get Samuel into his secondary school. So we were very limited as to what properties we could view, because they weren't in catchment, or Richard needs a separate office to work from. So we're in a much bigger, more expensive house than we would have liked, but at the time we didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
So.
And the cost of renting in Australia and buying in Australia continues to go up and up and up, which...
And we do love this house.
Oh, yeah.
It feels very much like home to us, doesn't it?
I think we'd love to own it,
we would.
We? But
it's
probably
very us.
Out of our reach. But whilst we're living here, why not just enjoy it, I guess, and make the most of it. Once we sell a property in the UK and move out of this rented property and buy one here, we can make it our home, and you can do all your furnishing stuff and get me painting and all the DIY, I guess.
That will be the final bit, won't it then? The final piece in the puzzle when we buy.
Yeah.
That will be these years of... Because we were supposed to come over before COVID. So it has been a long slog of not feeling settled. So that final piece will be when we finally buy a property.
Yeah.
We get up PR, permanent residency, and that will be it then, won't it?
Yeah. So yeah, we're planning on applying for our permanent residency in January, which then opens the door for us to sort of stay in here indefinitely with no issues of getting punted out once our visas expire. So that will be a big tick in the box for us, and just give us some certainty, I guess, to get them roots down. So yeah, I can't remember whether
Oh God, can you see the dog doing a turd in the garden?
Oh God.
Hold it down.
Do you want me to zoom in on him?
No.
Oh, Robbie.
Go.
So embarrassing. So yeah, I can't remember if I'd mentioned on the camera, but I play for a local football team. So at the age of 44, I'm still going strong. Although, keep getting these stupid little injuries, don't I?
You do,
Which
yeah.
Keeps you smiling. Get zero sympathy from this one. Not
what
even
can't we doing with it? If you're too old to play
I'm
and
not
keep
too
getting
old,
injured,
though.
give it up.
No, I'm not too old. My brain's telling me I'm still fine. Anyway, I'm still playing. I'm still doing all right. Got a great bunch of lads at the Redlands United over 35s Division 4 team. We were in Division 5 last season. We got promoted, and this season we're riding high at the top, unbeaten. We've got another 4 games left, and in the league we play in here, well, pretty much the same for all Australian leagues. You, unlike the UK, you play your games, and then the top 4 in our league go into the grand
Sudden death? Is it sudden death?
You'll be bloody sudden death in a minute. Keep interrupting my flow. So the top 4 go into the grand finals. So first and fourth will play, second and third will play, and then the winners go into the final. And winner takes it.
Pretty tense. Being the wife of
you're a wag, aren't you?
A footballer,
Wag.
It's tough on the sidelines with that
you don't
pressure.
ever come and watch.
That pressure.
So anyway, Samuel usually comes down to support me, bless him. Anything for some staying up late and some free food and drink of an evening. So Friday nights we play down at the local club. It's the same club actually that Samuel plays for, that I coach his team. So we've got a good little setup with the football here. Really helps you integrate, I think, sports.
I go to the gym.
Yep, enjoy that, don't you?
3-4 times a week. Yeah, so I've built up a nice friendship group there, and it's quite nice to do something away from Rich, so that I've got my group of friends and we've got something to talk about in the evenings. When you move somewhere different, if you do everything together, you find you've got nothing to talk about at the end of the day. So I love, you may have noticed that I'm looking quite ripped. That'll
be
be
show
all.
off your washboard stomach.
That'll be all, not today.
Oh, okay.
That'll be all them gym sessions. But no, so that's been really.
Hang on. Maybe if we get 1,000 subscribers, you might, yeah.
Yeah. I hope we get 1,000 in about a year's time. That'll give me a chance to get a 6-pack. But no, that's done me mentally the world of good to get to the gym, mentally and physically.
And Georgia's
really helped me. And Georgia's joined dance. She has shown no interest in doing anything competitive all through school. She didn't want to do gymnastics, she didn't want to do any soccer or netball or hockey, or couldn't get her to join up and try anything. And then she went for a taster evening at this little dance school, and she come out absolutely full of it, didn't she?
Yeah, loved it.
It's not a competitive dance school. They go to build their confidence, and she only goes once a week, and then at the end of each term they do a little show. But yeah, so it's nice for her to have friends there that she doesn't necessarily go to school with. So we've all sort of found our thing, haven't we, in the last 12 months?
Yeah. Which I guess, on the other side, makes life quite busy now, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. We're like, dinner times are just sort of, we're on rotate. Some of us are eating at some times, some of us are eating at other times, but that is 99% of families, that's what they do. So we make the most of eating together Saturdays and Sundays, don't we, and spending time together.
Eat together quite a lot, and so that's quite important, isn't it?
Yeah.
As much as the kids just moan about the food, and
how rude! How bloody rude!
Well, they don't moan about the food. They say, "What have we got?"
What we got?
And then you tell them.
Yeah, and they never want what they've got.
And then they moan at each other for making noises and.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but no, mealtime's important for us. We still do lots of family stuff together, which I don't think that'll ever change. Georgia might duck out a little bit moving forward.
Well, she likes to bring a friend along now, which is absolutely fine with us. But yeah, we do pride ourselves on the fact that we like to do things together, that we don't just go out and leave the kids at home, or want to desperately spend time just the two of us and desperately want to get away from the children. There will come that time where they don't want to do stuff with us, so we are making the most of this time, really.
So our romance is a dog walk, isn't it, darling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Swinging a bag of dog poo.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
who says romance is dead? If that's what works for us, darling, that's what works for us, isn't it?
That's it. Hey all, just wanted to say thank you for all your comments on our vlogs. We've been enjoying hearing about some of your stories, and love the positive feedback on our journey. So yeah, thanks very much, and keep them coming. See you all soon.
Speak to you soon. Bye.